Welcome back to another episode of the Drastic Thoughts podcast. Toronto Raptors swept the week, feeling pretty good, up to the 4 seed. Dan, how's it going, man?
The wind's been whispering Jakob, that's for sure.
Hell yeah, man. We're 7 of 8 with a pretty cupcake schedule coming up, so definitely on the upswing of things. Things are looking good. We're going to break down all the last 3 games and then look at the next 3 this coming week. But considering we started 1-4, it definitely looks like we righted the ship. But before we get into that, did you do anything cool this week or get up to anything interesting?
I was working like a dog.
Just printing, right?
I guess so, eh?
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, it was pretty busy work week for me. I had my first Olympic meeting, which I know I'm going to the Winter Olympics in February. So the first one of those this week, and that was, it was pretty definition stuff and not like, it got me a little excited, but that meeting specifically was more so just sort of admin stuff, along with these trainings I had to do, which really stunk. I think I know what to do in a snowstorm. I would not hide under a boulder. I would go try and seek shelter, but I had to apparently do 10 hours of training to figure that out. So that wasn't great, but the Raps really they improved my mood, definitely, like having to go through that with their play this week. So definitely excited to break it down. All right.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So first one of the week, November 11th, we were in Brooklyn. No Mamu and no Ochai. The Raps won 119-109. IQ had 24, 8, and 5. Shot the shit out of the ball. He's 10 for 17 and 3 for 8 from 3. BI had 25, 5, and 4 and shot well, 8 of 17. Scotty had a light 15, 11, and 5. Only took 9 shots. He was 6 and 9. Yak had a 12 and 10 double-double. RJ shot really poorly. He was 6 of 21 shooting this game, so really couldn't hit anything for 13 points. We shot 50% from the field to Brooklyn's 40. We didn't shoot threes well, 26% to Brooklyn's 34%. Brooklyn, as I know you texted me, was 31 for 32 from the line, so that's why it was more like a 10-point win. We out-rebounded them 58-43, including 68-36 points in the paint for the Raps. So that's a huge stat from the game. In my opinion, dude, it was pretty gross this game.
It was a dirty win.
It was just gritty and it was not a fun watch. The third quarter especially just felt like just a march to the free throw line. Like every Brooklyn drive was just a foul. But yeah, what's your first sort of takeaway from the Nets game?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, it was just a gross game. Like it was a dirty win. I think it's good that we can pull out these games.
Agreed, for sure.
Even playing at our worst, despite how bad Brooklyn has been, but they still are NBA level competition. Although I do
are they, though?
Some teams in the NCAA will probably give them a run for their money.
Well, considering they have 5 rookies, I mean, a third of their teams from the NCAA, basically.
That's true. I mean, definitely an underwhelming performance from us, but these are the games you got to win, and we win is what we did. So
yeah,
not much to talk about here. I didn't really see anything. Yeah, as you mentioned, IQ plus 20, 10 for 17. Probably
you'll be officially issuing your IQ apology this episode, so it's up to you when you want to do that.
It'll come next episode when he proves himself for longer than a 3-game stretch. But yeah.
Okay, so it's basically been half his season now of really good play, so that's kind of a bad
Okay, so we
answer.
should just apologize to most of the team then, or?
Oh, so most of the team was getting flack from you after 6 games saying we should trade him for Ja Morant? That was most of the team? How's Ja Morant doing, buddy?
He's still needing that new scenery.
I guess so. I saw his shooting splits on Twitter is 35, 19, 95, and someone's just like, this is diabolical. I think he got hurt yesterday too, so just not. Yeah,
cue the KD soundbite of "You don't even want to be here."
But yeah, so by the end of the episode, just an IQ apology would be great. Thank you very much. Like you said, dude, like just you got to win these ones, but man, like watching this just pissed me off to no end. I tweeted from our account like I think the first quarter, I think I said like worst quarter of the season, and we're only down 2. Thank God for the Nets. Because dude, it started off like I think we were down like 8-0 or 6-0 or 8-0, and Nick Claxton had like he kind of cooked Pirtle the first like 2, 3, 4 drives, and the second drive. He's like flexing on the ball as it's bouncing, and RJ just pushes him over, so we got a tech. So like right away it was like 7-0, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be such an ass watch. But yeah, dude, like you said, wins the win. You had to have it because it obviously would have been way worse if we didn't. But just a gross game. Yeah, like it's good for IQ and good for BI, and then Scotty like really light 15 and 11. But yeah, man, like a game against the Nets. I know we talked preseason, but I said like you minimum 3 out of 4, but fuck, man, 4 out of 4.
Come on, yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm trying to lose these games. Like,
well, you're the one who said like, yeah, they're an NBA team, so like, yeah, it's hard to go 4 out of 4, but with these guys in the Wiz, who we'll preview because we have them on Friday, if we lose one of those games, that'll I think automatically be the worst loss of the year.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah. Good for Jordy Fernandez, because he's Team Canada coach, or he was, right?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, so I like him. And this year they really, because last year he kind of started out kind of funky, and they were like 500 after like 30-ish games.
They're like, no, Jordy, we're trying to lose.
Exactly. And this year they're like, no, wait a second. We will draft 5 rookies in the first round.
Now Jordy can't sabotage us.
Cam Tom, come back. The ball is yours, my friend.
It's funny that Nicky Clax was tied for their leading scorer along with PJ. So that says a lot about the game there.
It
was a tough watch, man. Like when
tough.
I think we got the lead and we started to kind of distance ourselves a little bit by 6 to 8, I was like, okay, I think it's good to turn off because it was not entertaining whatsoever.
I thought Dioman looked pretty good for them. Like I know he's not done much, but he was 4 for 8 from 3. Game. Yeah. I thought he looked okay. It's kind of been interesting with our early season schedule. We see Knipple tomorrow. We've seen like a lot of the top 10 rookies. I'm trying to think who we haven't seen. It's like Fears and Malawatch.
Queen.
Is there any? Well, he wasn't top 10, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Ace. So Ace and Knipples still, and I guess Trey Johnson on Friday. So after this week, we'll have seen like the majority of the top 10 picks, and I thought it'd get like Harper Flag obviously had like one of his best games against us. Edgecombe was impressed. I think and then obviously CMB for us. I think all of them have looked pretty against us anyway. I've thought they've all shown some flashes for sure.
Yeah. Who went 8?
Dioman.
Oh, that's right.
Fears was 7, Dioman,
right.
and then CMB.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up.
So yeah, Nets are just tire fire. They're atrocious. I don't really have much else to say on this one unless you do.
No, it's not much to cover. So
okay,
I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, me too. And the next game, dare I say, might be the best win of the season. There you go.
About to open with that as well.
Yeah. So November 13th against the Cavs, Raps win 126-113. CMB didn't play. I'm pretty sure he was sick, and neither did Ochai. Garland was out for the Cavs, as was Lonzo. IQ again, 25-6, 10-13, 5 or 7 from 3. So he's just on a heater right now.
I think this, in my opinion, was his best game, by the way, and I will say that.
I'd ventured. I mean, I don't have the games in front of me, but I'd say this is definitely his best shooting game. Like he shot the lights out.
But even to perform against a team like the Cavs, like if he doesn't have the performance, we don't win the game. And he did, and he was incredibly efficient. I mean, he had 25, 10 for 13. Like, if he's not doing that, I don't see a way we win this game. He had to, especially with Garland out. This was the only way we can attack them.
I would counter though and say Scotty fucking Barnes went off this game.
No doubt.
28, 10, 8, 1 and 5, So if he had a more steal luck game, that he was close to a 5-5-5-5-5 game. Like, that's insane. He was 12 of 22. He was awesome. Yak was 20 points and 7 boards. BI had an off night, 5 of 15 for 11 points.
Awful.
Donovan was good for the Cavs. He didn't shoot great. He had 31, 7, 18, but he got to the line 17 times, so made his money there. And I didn't tell you we were doing this, but Mobley, 7 points, 2 of 7. I want to sort of have a Scotty Mobley conversation after this. Just okay. Field goal percentage, we've shot 56%. Cavs were 45. We were 39% from 3. Cavs were 24, so Cavs really couldn't get much offense going. We out-rebounded them 53-43, and most importantly, I think, 28-6 fast break points. I will say the Cavs were on a second night of a back-to-back, having played in Miami the night before, but Mitchell and Mobley were they didn't play the game before. They rested them for this game. So I still think, and like you said, like this was a very impressive win. Man, the offense has just blown my expectations away to start the year. How about you?
I think having the amount of weapons we do on offense, even if majority of the guys have an off night, we're still going to be able to compete in terms of efficiency. But of course, defense here, as you mentioned, Scotty 5 blocks, and just like the work that he did against Mobley, not only like defensively, but also to kind of take him away from their defense on when we have the ball. That was massive. So
yeah,
go ahead.
And so I was gonna say, so they asked Scotty after the game, like, about Mobley, and do you try and make a point? Is it like a bigger thing for you? And he was like downplayed it, saying like, no, like Evan's a great player, yada yada yada. Do you think Scotty gets up for a Mobley game, considering they were picked back to back in the draft? And do you think, as of this moment in time, the Cavs, would they pick Mobley again at 3? If they pick today, do you think?
100%. I think they still pick him at 3.
So still over Scotty for you?
Yeah, it just works.
Interesting.
Like they know it works. I think that they're content with what they have right now. It's one game. Let's not jump to conclusions. But
no, for sure. But like Mobley,
you couldn't make a wrong pick between them.
True.
So
I guess I would just say like Mobley, his defense has been awesome pretty much right away. But it feels like now we're on year 3 of like, oh, can Evan Mobley take an offensive leap? And, like, in this game specifically, man, like 7 points, 7 shots. Like, he was pretty invisible out there on the offensive end. And, like, defensively, we put up 126 points. So.
Yeah. No, okay, like, I don't think Scotty views Mobley as Dante Exum, as your my career character from 2K14. Like, I don't think he's going out there, like, fucking they're chatting shit before the game, whatever. But I think any guy that is drafted ahead of you, I feel like most people remember that. Like, I'm sure, like, you always see clips kind of online of reels of players getting asked questions, like, can you name every single player drafted ahead of you? And they rhyme it off, like, without even thinking twice.
Right.
So I'm sure it's in the back of Scotty's mind, but I don't think he's going out there and, I got to outperform Evan tonight. They have.
I bet he gets up for the game though. Like, I bet a part of him. Like, dude, we just talked about the Nets game, like 6-9, and the Pacers game was another like sort of not as many shot night for Scotty. And this game, obviously, he took more of them, and his overall stat line was incredible. So you're probably right that he's not like, oh, like it's Evan, I have to But I bet a part of him gets up for it. I would think.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Like, you want to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And he also knows that fans remember this draft, of course.
Yeah. Oh, the draft. It's also a stacked draft.
Yeah, it was an all-time draft.
Yeah.
It's probably the best draft in the past decade, I want to say.
It's up there, like with Cade, Scotty, Mobley, Franz, Sengun. There's more, but just off the top of my head.
The King of Houston.
The King of Phoenix now, him and Dev. There's
a big name I'm missing somewhere in there.
Yeah, there is. Was Maxey that draft too? Was
J-W
Maxey that draft? No, J-Dub wasn't that draft. Was Maxey?
Probably. Yeah, it was. He was, because him and Scotty did the Rising Stars Challenge together. The rookie year.
Yeah. Giddey was Jalen Johnson,
right.
Herb, Trey Murph, Kuminga, Cam
This
Tom.
draft was incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a game where it's like all the draft classes against each other. You know, like
that'd be interesting. Yeah,
it's interesting.
I mean, fuck, that'd be more exciting than whatever All-Star format they decided on this year.
Yeah.
Like whatever. Jesus Christ. I don't think like. I've been thinking about like if we should do like a Scotty All-Star like conversation and shit. And honestly, dude, like I like the accolade, but in terms of like sending him to the weekend or whatever, who fucking cares? I like, you know, I love the NBA, but I tried with the All-Star weekend for like my first like 6-7 years of like being a fan. I'm so out now, dude. I don't think they can bring me back in. Like unless this year like the World US thing actually has like a great ending and they try hard, like it's just, I don't know, I couldn't give less of a shit about it, honestly.
I'd love to point. I mean, and this is a rare props to the NHL, but the NHL with the Four Nations, they hit a home run with that.
Well, that, and look now, it's World versus USA.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't mean as much. Like to Canada, that meant so much, obviously, in the midst of everything going on with the States, but there was enough to actually stack those teams with good players.
But here's the other thing. Good,
we don't
which
have
is a good
that
point.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if it's 2 USA rosters and 1 World. Each roster's 8 people. So are you telling me if the 17th American his stats are way better than the 8th World player? So the American just gets fucked because, well, we need a World guy. So sorry, dude, you're not an All-Star this year.
Well,
right?
Like, to be honest, the top 5 players in the world right now are not American.
I know.
So you can check those off. Like, there's enough really good world players where that shouldn't be an issue. It already
looks like it's Shea and Jokic again, MVP. Like, obviously it's November, but holy shit. Yeah, both those guys are just picking up where they left off from last year. Yeah, any other Cavs sort of things you wanted to hit on or anything?
Not really a Cavs thing, but RJ's had a rough go of it. He bounced back a little bit against the Pacers
back last night,
game. Yeah. But, I mean, 9 points, 3 for 9 today.
Yeah. No, he definitely was in a slump until last night.
For sure.
100%.
Did we mention Jakob at 20? I think that's big.
I mean, I mentioned it. We didn't really chat about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Like,
also think out rebounding them. 53 to 43. It's not like a huge thing, but still plus 10. Like when you're dealing with Mobley and Allen, like a huge front court for Cleveland. Like that's pretty good. When we really just have Jakob, who's been battling the sore back, and he only came out with 7, but it's impressive, man. Like that's a very good front court in Cleveland, and you know.
No, that's right. We also shot really well from the line as well.
They're 4-0 at home against non-Raptors teams, but they're 0-2 on their home floor against us this year. So
we got their number.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, dude. Like the Cavs are only 9-5. Last year they won 60+ games.
I think they were undefeated at this point last year.
I think that they started 15-0 or whatever. So they definitely were. Yeah. Awesome win.
Big win.
I'll touch on the bench overall after we do the Pacers game because it's just more of the same, just like awesome play. But why don't we jump into the Pacers game and just break it down, and then we'll do like overall themes.
Really quick though, but Naquan Tomlin, great game. Whoever you are, where'd you come from? I don't know, but it surprised me.
Man,
I liked him. I liked his game.
Thomas Bry with the cool 4 points. Attaboy, Thomas.
Tom Bry staying alive, just enough to get that vet min now, Tom.
Forever goated for when LeBron set the record. He's calling for the ball in the post. Oh, it's such a good moment, dude.
Oh my god! I remember seeing a thing where someone's like, "You don't deserve to have the last name Brian and wear a Lakers jersey."
Oh shit, dude, that's good. All right, last night against the Pacers, Raps win 129-111. No Ochai again. RJ, like we said, bounced back 22, 6 and 4, 9 of 17 from the field. BI 19 and 5, 6 of 12 from the field. Another cool 14, 11 and 6 on only 7 shots for Scotty. He was 3 of 7. He made some awesome like Magic Johnson passes. I don't know if you saw any of those. I'll touch on them in a sec. Yak was cooking 22 and 9. For Indy, Siakam played great, had 30, and just looked miserable. I don't know if you saw the footage of him like after being checked out, but
I didn't see
looking
it, no.
just like holy shit. I mean, beating up at half in Game 7 and then this, but
can't say I blame him.
Honestly, like we've kind of talked about it, like long term, it's probably good for Indy to get a great pick this year and just reset with the pick and Hallie next year. But this year's obviously going to be long. Nemhard started off hot. He had 22 in the game. We shot 55% from the field. Indy shot 43. We didn't shoot threes well, 23% to Indy's 35. We won this game by 18 and missed 16 free throws. So, like, this could have been even more of a blowout. We were 26 of 42. 61 to
15 more free throws than Indy, to be fair as well.
Well, and I'm going to touch on why in a second, but 61 to 50 boards, so another nice plus 10. 78 to 38 points in the paint. So remember preseason when you're like, are they going to miss Miles Turner? It looks like they're fucking missing Miles Turner. J Huff wasn't really cutting it last night. And then 33 to 18 fast break points. And going back to the free throws, Rick fucking Carlisle, we're up like 25 with like 5-ish minutes left in the fourth, and he starts doing hack-a-jack. Dude, oh my god, dude!
Why?
Like, there's a time and place for that shit, but you're down 25 and stop, man. Like, I think he did it like 3 times. Yak, I think, went like 4 or 6. It just was, oh, it was so
Yak's
annoying.
probably like, why me? I don't understand, Rick.
Wow.
I mean, 6 for 14 from the line for Yak. Scotty 8 for 9 though. Great free throw shooting by Scotty.
Yeah, but yeah, just so unnecessary by Carlisle, and just like at that point the game was over, and the game honestly was pretty over from like Indy had a nice start. I think it was like 17-8, but they just can't withstand it with all their injuries right now.
Yeah.
Any other big, or not other, but any big takeaways you had from this game?
Well, Rick's always been a coach that's like, no win's an easy win. We're gonna make him earn everything. So if that means sending Yak to the line fucking 8 times in the last 5 minutes, that's what it means. You can tell he's been hard. Even since Dallas, he was like that, which I can respect. That's maybe partly the reason.
Yeah, he's a great coach. I'm just saying, like that thing last night was
be
like,
realistic.
Just like, yeah, exactly.
You already pulled Siakam from the game at that point too.
Scotty Barnes reached 5,000 points last night. He did it in 289 games, which is tied with Lowry, actually, for 3rd fastest in franchise history. 4th to do it by 24 years old with Bosch, DeRozan, and Carter. So about where we'd expect Scotty in our franchise stuff with like milestones like that. Good for him.
Can you read that list again? Bosch, Carter, and DeRozan?
And DeMar by 24, and he tied Lowry for 3rd fastest in games, behind Bosch and Carter.
And Lowry came as a polished vet.
Exactly. Good point, dude. Good point. Yeah. So yeah, good for Scotty. That's awesome. Honestly, at this point, with how he's looking, and dude, remember how we weren't freaking out in preseason, but we were like concerned, and wow, we were fucking. That was for nothing, because holy shit, he's Scotty. Dude, when Scotty's leading a break, I'm so confident. Like, I'm so confident he's going to make a right decision. Going back to the flashy passes, a couple no-look passes right to Yak under the rim, and he had one in transition when he legitimately went behind the back around him to Yak, leading to a foul. If Yak finished it, they would have, like, you would have seen the highlight. It was an awesome pass, but just he's playing with confidence, man. He has been awesome. I think he deserves All-Star. We're not going to get into it, and I don't think we need to like list and go through, but so far with the 4 seed and being the leader of our team, man, like he's blown. Honestly, he's like exceeded my expectations to start the year.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because I actually think Scotty is a better playmaker in like tighter quarters, like when it's more close together. I think in the fast break, he definitely makes, like you said, he makes the right play like 9 times out of 10. And he's very selfless too. But like when he has the ball in the post, like sometimes he'll make these like kind of wraparound passes, and it's tight. Like it's very tight quarters, and for a long guy with long arms, big wingspan, it's really impressive. It's really impressive stuff.
That's a good segue to sort of jump into the bench again, because I think Shed is also similar in that tight quarter aspect you just mentioned. There are a couple drives from the last 3 games where Shed's at the rim with like 2 of the bigs like trying to like stop the shot, and he just threads the needle to the roller like right down the lane. Dan, I could not be more in on Shed, dude. He is fucking, this year, he's hitting threes, so like he can do that at least, to like a couple threes a game, whatever. But just coming in and fucking up the game, like Leuenberg related it to the bench mob guys, and it's different, obviously, because those guys were 5 deep with DeLon, Van Fleet,
Jakob.
CJ, Pascal, and Jakob, and so they were like a full unit. But ours right now, it seems to be like Shed, Mamu, CMB, with like maybe if Jacoby or Grady's like hot that game, like they can help too. But when those guys come in, it's like I'm still just as confident. Like they've been awesome to start the year with, either changing, like fucking up the game if we're behind, or just like keeping it going, making smart plays, not turning over the ball. Man, those 3 guys off the bench, dude, has been awesome this year.
Yeah, and we're a big shy of really making that complete, like off the bench, running it full 9-man. I would feel so confident having Jakob out of the game if we just had one more 7-footer with a defensive mindset in there.
So I couldn't sleep one of the nights, and I'm looking at like cheap centers we could get for like Ochai.
Is Anthony Davis on that list?
No, I guess we should have that conversation today. But no, I think but go get Batadze. Come on over. That's who I'd like off the bench. But
what can we give for Goga?
Ochai and Mobo, and then it works.
Okay, and Orlando somehow is hypnotized to say yes to that.
Hypnotized? You're the one who loves John Mobo. That should be a slam dunk.
I don't think Magic are gonna love Mogbo.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, I do agree. Like if the bench got a 7-footer, just like play like 15 to 18 minutes a game, and who can rebound and like being effective at the rim or a bit of a deterrent, I think that'd be great. But honestly, dude, like the bench has been just so productive, and I'm loving everything they've doing so far.
Do you think, like, in theory, someone like Andre Drummond is kind of like, why? Well, we can't get him, obviously. Philly's not going to part with him.
Okay, like I get your point, but we just read sort of through the overall board stuff has been pretty, like, we've been good with like total boards and stuff, but for me it's more so like being a rim deterrent, and Drummond does not protect the fucking rim. So like I mean,
he covers a lot of space in the paint.
Because he's a big boy, but he just, like, I'm not scared if he's my last line of defense. I'm not scared of him at all.
Goga's making you jitter?
Goga hangs his hat on the defensive end. That's where he makes his buck.
His $2 million.
Just saying.
His pocket change.
No, it's actually like 6, dude. It's actually 8. That's why Goga? It has to be like Ochai and Mopo.
Go get your bag, Goga. Let's go.
So yeah, Indy, like we kind of said, like super injured. I know I said I thought they'd be good this year. Their injuries have just fucked their start, and now it seems so easy for them to just be like, we're just gonna tank. And if I'm a fan of them, I'm not mad at that at all. Like we had the best season of our franchise last year, and we get dealt this shit hand with Halliburton's injury. So yeah, we could have like their first game against the Thunder, they went to OT, right? Like when they had everyone's relatively healthy. Mm-hmm. And like last night, Toppin didn't play, Mathurin didn't play, McConnell just came back. Their big rotation, I underestimated how bad that looked. Like Isaiah Jackson didn't like do anything last night. Jarris Walker hasn't been that good. I think I saw a tweet that he's been like one of the least effective like offensive players with how bad he shot the ball. Mm-hmm. So yeah, not great for them. But
do you think they're feeling the Turner loss more or the Halliburton loss more?
I mean, yeah, Halliburton could have came back and they still could have struggled because their bigs have been this bad. But I don't know, dude.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. So let's say Halliburton's healthy, Turner walks as he did. They're gonna find a replacement. It's Isaiah. They're not gonna be like, okay, Isaiah, this is your time. Like
if Halliburton's healthy,
they're gonna find someone if Turner walks. So let's say they get someone, who I know because Turner's such a rare breed, like a big who could stretch the floor and is also a rim protector. But if they can get someone who does half of what he does, where do they stand right now? Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question, and honestly, like for the front office for them, it's maybe not nice, but at least they have the luxury of not having to make that decision because you don't give a shit about this season with what happened. So they can really just tear it down to the studs, like any expiring guys flip. I know you've talked about like Siakam and stuff or just like sort of their vets, but I don't know if they have any interest in guys who's under contract next year. But yeah, like they're 1-12. It should be a race to the bottom from them from here on out. And honestly, like I think that's the right call, like 10 out of 10 times. So.
Well, and I also wanted to bring this up because we chatted briefly off cam. You actually informed me because I was misinformed originally, but the Bino trade included that 2026 Indiana pick, unprotected. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. We didn't know Halliburton was going to go down. We didn't know Indiana was going to be this bad to start the year. I think it looks worse than the Pelicans, which kind of makes us look a little bit better that we actually got something for that pick, and the Pelicans got a 23rd overall 2025 pick.
Yes.
But you are like, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't pondered about what that pick could be to us this year. But
we needed to give it I've loved Ingram.
Of course,
Ingram's
that's why I'm not.
good.
Yeah. If he was a stiff, then it's different. But he has been a very good player for us. So I'm not.
But also, dude, like now that they have their pick, and I'm not saying they've started to tank because like I think just been injuries, but like if they didn't have their pick, they wouldn't just be like, hey, let's race to the bottom. You know, like they'd be fighting to right it the whole season. But now they can just be like, yeah. But good for New Orleans though. With the New Orleans having their own pick and having the Indy pick, they should have like 2 of the top 5 picks next year, right?
That sounds right to me.
Okay, even if they lost one, they at least have their own, right?
They must.
Oh fuck. R.I.P. Willie Green in our Pelicans segment of the week. Willie, you deserved a better fate. I mean, 2-10 with that roster. I think a little low. Like I think you have a bit more talent to be 2-10, so like not completely undeserved. But the fact that Troy Weaver gets to like stay kicking in that fucking front office is just hilarious. So, R.I.P. Willie. We love checking in on our pals, but we'll miss Willie Green on the bench.
I'm getting a call from Kevin James of King of Queens. What's that, Kevin? Derek's worth it? Okay. Kevin says Derek's worth it.
And what a surprise! The new coach, the first game starts Derek Queen. It's almost like the front office says, "Look, we gotta make sure this Queen trade looks good. Get him at 20-10, even if we lose by 15, we can sell that to the fans."
I love how, and I just know Joe and Troy are watching from the box, like.
Troy Weaver. How could you not look at Detroit and be like, I want that in my team? But
that guy's a leech. He is a leech.
It's a cockroach, bro. It just keeps surviving somehow. I don't know
spawning.
How. Yeah.
He's spawning somewhere.
You crush him and your team goes on a 26-game losing streak and another team sees that and still goes, no, we need that guy. That's who we need.
They're like, wait, but he took Cade first overall. No other team would have done that. That was such a reach.
Killian Hayes? That wasn't on Troy. That was just on Killian.
Can Killian go number 1?
Yeah. Shout out KOC. Yeah. All right. Yeah. To steer this back, Raps improved to 6-3 on the road. We played the least amount of home games out of any team, so it'll be nice for that to sort of even back out as the months go on. We started 0-10 on the road last year and didn't get our 6th road win until March 2nd last year. It was November 15th we got it this year, so that's a lot better. We went 4-5 on the road trip. We're 3 games over 500 for the first time since the end of Scotty's rookie season. 3 games over 500, isn't that crazy? And it's still been fucking almost 4 years. 5 of the next 6 games, which we're going to touch on, come at home, and we'll host Washington, Brooklyn, and Indy, and the 4-9 Hornets. So again, this is sort of like the stretch we ended with last year when we wanted to tank and we just couldn't because we were playing all the dog shit teams. Now we're getting them early, so this will be like a nice little cushion stretch to like build up the record a lot and get some breathing room until it evens back out and we get sort of the harder teams. But I mean, we're still 2-0 against the Cavs. We're 2-0 against the Hawks. We split with the Bucks, and we get Philly again on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll touch on those in a sec. But any other sort of playing from this week points you wanted to touch on?
No, not really. It just like Cavs. To sum it up, Cavs probably our best win to date. The Pacers game, convincing pretty early on into the game. We were going to pull it out. Pretty good team win there, not like one standout guy. It's a lot of parity in terms of the scoring, as you mentioned. Great games from CMB and Sandro off the bench. Well, it's not really playing related. I'll pose this question to you later on. But
okay.
That's all from me.
The last thing I'd say, I thought it was kind of interesting. We've sort of talked about we weren't questioning Darko, but like, why is Scotty still on the bench? Like, it's late in the fourth, like a couple times. I thought it was an interesting quote. They asked him sort of why they play Scotty in like shorter bursts, and he basically said like, with the amount of stuff Scotty does, we have to, because he exerts so much energy on both ends of the floor. So I think that's kind of interesting. And like Scotty's overall minutes get up, to like 30, but it's more shorter stints, so he can sort of reserve the energy and make as much of an impact as he's been doing. So I thought that was an interesting quote from Darko, and sort of explains why we were sort of like, why is Jamison Battle still in? It's kind of a close game, and there's 5 minutes left in the game. So
Darko also just loves to sub him in such random times throughout the game for whatever reason. So
okay, all right. Do you want to preview? Do you want to have an AD chat?
I want to do a couple things. So
okay.
The first one is, and this may be too early to have this conversation, definitely much too early actually, but Sandro, could he be considered 6-man?
I mean, is he even our 6-man, like over Shed or CMP?
I think so.
I mean, dude, I think it's way too early for that, and like
he's slowly becoming the most played bench player. It looks like.
What about King Russell Westbrook?
Brody?
Well,
dude,
now
I just want my
starting.
kids to be proud of my last name.
So yeah, I mean, no, I don't think Sandro has a shot because I don't even know if he's our best guy.
Okay, but if he's like 15-5 on like 50, 40, 90.
Is he that right now?
Oh, he's not far from it.
He's averaging 9.6 and 3.6. So no, I don't think that would win 6-man of the year.
No, 15-5, and we're like a top 4 seed in the East. Is it possible?
I mean, maybe if he gets up to 15, but I don't think 15 will lead bench scorers this year.
No, he's getting better as the year goes on. Like,
I mean, I think he's been good the whole year.
He's been good the whole year, but it seemed, like I said, he seems like he's getting played more, like he's getting trusted more by Darko. Just throwing it out there, food for thought. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Just wanted your take.
I'd say no. Like, if you had to make me pick, I'd say no.
Okay. And then, yeah, definitely the AD discussion I wanted to...
You want to do that now?
I wanted to get into, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, obviously, Nico Harrison got fired this week. I mean, we don't need to rehash that. It's
why?
Yeah, exactly. Just hilarious by the Mavericks owner, how that kid in the Luka Lakers jersey just sat beside him, and like the next day, Nico got fired for that kid. So what a thing that was. And then it's all the reporting like, oh, Mavs are gonna look to move AD, build a round flag, yada yada yada. So obviously, like, we like to touch on like like we did the Jaw discussion, and now with AD, we sort of like to see if they'd fit in a Raptors lens. So the rough AD makes a lot of money, and he's eligible for an extension after this season, which would I think get into like $60 million a year. The trade would have to be like Quick in RJ or Quick in Pirtle or something like that to make the money work without even saying first rounders. From the pods I've listened to, they think if there's a young player going back, it's only going to be like one first. So it's not going to be like a huge pick capital trade.
Well, he's a rental at the end of the day.
No, he's got an option for next season, I think.
But he's not going to opt in.
Yeah, but I think if you make the trade, like, you're doing the extension, obviously, right? So you kind of factor that in. Yeah, I know.
So.
I know. Anyway, like, I'm so good on that, dude. Like, AD's been obviously like a top, when he's going right, like a top 7 player in his prime with the Lakers. He's looked heavy this year. He's still hurt this year. The owner won't let him back on the court until he gets like this medical info that says he won't tear his Achilles, basically. And I just don't want to be in the business of paying Anthony Davis $60 million into his mid to late 30s. So we're cooking with gas right now. Obviously, we're beating up on some of the worst teams, but you just got to play who's in front of you. I'm so good not to take out 2 of our starters for an aging, out of shape, injury-prone Anthony Davis for $55 to $65 million a year.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned you wouldn't pay him $60 million into his mid-30s. I don't think I'd pay him $30 million into his early 30s right now because, like you said, just injury-prone for what we're going to give up. He's definitely not re-signing with us. Even if he does, we're going to have to give him a bag. And then
I think he'll sign if someone offers him the extension.
Yeah, which was going to absolutely destroy our cap and all the future things we can do with it. So,
yeah,
totally not worth the risk. Yeah, there's not much discussion to be had.
There's not really much. Yeah,
but I float the idea though, see what some of our listeners think. Maybe, if they're selling pennies on the dollar, the issue
which they are going to be,
which they are, but the biggest issue still is just making the cap work, and because our cap is almost all of our cap is tied up with all of our starters, parting with one of them for the uncertainty of him playing, I can't justify it. So.
Which is, just to switch back Raptors-wise, but with our cap being so tied into our starters, the fact that we have Mamu, CMB, and Ched, who I think combined make like 10 mil doing what they're doing, dude, like awesome stuff. Ched makes like 2, Sandro makes like 2, and I think CMB makes 6 or something. So awesome stuff. But yeah, just to honestly, dude, to go back to like AD, there are Mavs I want more than him. Like Daniel Gafford, I'd like. That's someone I would like.
PJ, I'd love. I'd love a PJ
so
wash.
You know my whole thing has been getting a stretch forward, like a good defender stretch forward, and PJ, like, he's shown that. The finals run, he was awesome. The more I see a CMB, if that 3-pointer's there, dude, I'm like, do we need to give up assets for that type of player? Or do we just, like, if CMB can shoot 34% from 3, like, is that sort of... he's probably that, you know?
Yeah. No, I think I'm with you. Gafford is the most attractive asset to me of that Mavericks team if they're
for us,
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Because I don't think they would do Lively because he's young. He can be on the flag timeline. You know,
he's already no chance. No, in reality, no one wants Clay. So it's going to be those 3. Like
he'll get moved, but like it won't be. It'll be for like a 2nd-round pick. Like,
but what's he making? 15? I guess there's enough expiring dog contracts to make that work, and that's kind of what I was going to say about AD. The only way I think he's going to get moved is if a team's going to fork over maybe a couple protected firsts and like a dog expiring that can somehow make, because no one's going to give up an actual asset of a contractual asset for AD. So
you see, Clay got mad at Pat Bev this week.
Oh, no.
Basically, Pat Bev, stupid ass, went on a pod. Well, he's had a banner week. First, he went on the pod and basically said something along the line like, Clay doesn't give a shit about ball anymore. He just wants that pussy, like referring to Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then Clay like responded like, "This is so pathetic. Like, imagine I said that about your wife. Like, do better." And then Pat Bev was arrested like 2 days ago for beating the shit out of this 18-year-old guy he found in his house with his sister. So do you not see that?
I thought it was a family member. I didn't know it was.
No.
18-year-old trying to get lucky.
The sister brought in a guy, and then Pat Bev beat the shit out.
Well, Pat's just laying down the law, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So
looks good in my eyes. I don't know.
Banner week for Pat Bev for sure. But anyway,
Pat is such a kook, man.
Yeah. So yeah, the AD thing, I think we're both so good on that for Raps. It just doesn't fit our timelines, really. I know we want to do well this year, but that is just a player we both do not want to invest in for this stage of his career, like at all.
No.
Any other things you want to touch on before previewing stuff?
No. It was a successful week. We're on a 3-game.
100% swept it,
the
dude.
wave. Yeah.
3-0.
So
yeah.
No.
Kendrick Perkins tweeted just a friendly reminder that the Raps are a really good basketball team. So sadly, he's a fan. I know. We like checking in on Perk throughout the season when he has one of his blasphemous takes. So sadly, he's all aboard the Raps.
He's getting ahead of the train.
Exactly. All right, previewing this week. Now that we have some data, or there's been like a decent sample for the season, I'm going to start doing offensive ratings and defensive ratings for the teams we're playing, as well as checking in with us. So guess what our offensive rating is, like what we rank out of the 30 teams right now.
We got to be top 10. I'm going to say 8.
Close, dude. 6th in offense.
Wow.
So that's pretty fucking awesome,
That's
dude.
stellar.
Like, it's the offense has been so impressive to me to start the year. I know I've said, and it, like, Ingram's fitting great. That they're sharing the ball. Like, everyone can sort of get theirs, or if they're having a shooting night, someone else steps up. Man, like, the offense has been like so good. Defense, we're 13th, so pretty average, but it's not like killer. And that's also like, with Yaka being so bad to start the year, that's also weighing it down with Hurt. And, dude, we're 7th overall in net rating. So through, through 13 games, we're playing like a top 8 team, which is pretty cool. Okay. Tomorrow, Charlotte Hornets are in town. We finally get home before going back out on the road. But Hornets are 4-9. Ochai and Battle are questionable. For the Raps, for the Hornets, Brandon Miller, Grant Williams, Josh Green, and their rookie Liam McNeely are out. So what do you think matchups are going to be tomorrow night in Toronto?
I kind of want RJ on LaMelo.
Yeah, with the size, yeah.
Yeah, they're about the same height. Well, actually, LaMelo maybe is an inch or two taller, but I think RJ would do a good job with him maintaining. Quickly on Khan, I think it makes.
I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see
balling,
Khan.
Bro.
He's been balling.
He's
I honestly think he'd win Rookie of the Year right now if it ended today. It'd be close.
Yeah, I mean, Trey has a chance. He's a shot at it too. But
Trey Johnson?
Yeah.
I would do like Edgecombe and probably Coop over him.
Well, Edge is fizzling out a little bit. Yeah. Ace is kind of picking it up. Oh, it's still super early. Still super early.
Oh, it's super early. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, honestly, he probably is in the front runner right now. He's going to be exciting. Do they have? Is it Kalkbrenner? They're 5.
Yeah, Kalkbrenner. They're 5.
Rookie. That's right. Yeah. This is one of those games where you don't really need Jakob, I guess. I'm not too worried about
Kalkbrenner and Diabate have actually they've been
fine.
They've been decent for like a center rotation. Yeah.
I mean, Diabate's the classic line's like 4 points, 13 rebounds, and like
they had a double last game against OKC, but
you can catch the ball.
Yeah, so they're starting Sexton, LaMelo, Knipple, Bridges, and Kalkbrenner. So offensively, that's like I was going to say too. Charlotte's 17th in offense and 23rd in D. So pretty below average in both. They've dealt with injuries. Obviously, Brandon Miller's missed most of the year. LaMelo's missed time. So I don't think they're that bad offensively to be 17th. Defensively sounds right at 23rd. But with LaMelo back, it's going to, he might take some whack shots, but, he's definitely a great offensive engine.
He'll get his points. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I definitely like RJ on LaMelo. Quick on Sexton, I think, would be good. Put Scotty on Bridge, and then BI on Knipple.
Yeah.
I don't love BI on Knipple, but, dude, that's the rookie. It is kind of is what it is.
Gotta guard him.
Exactly. And then, Jakob on Kalkbrenner. I mean, Hornets at home without Brandon Miller. They have talent, but, we're going to be rested. I feel good about that one. Anything else Hornets matchup wise or?
No, do you remember who their bench is? I can't.
So it's so funny you say that. When did Pat Connaughton get to the Hornets?
Oh,
what? I had no idea he was there. So he's there. Trey Mann, Diabate, and then they have Sion James and something Simpson. I don't know. So KJ Simpson. Yeah. So yeah, that's. I mean, their bench is full of sort of
Who are they?
I mean, you look at our bench; it doesn't go out of this world either.
No,
but, just because we've watched it, we know it's been impressive. So,
of course.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. I feel good about this one, but I'm not taking Charlotte lightly. I don't think they're as bad as 4-9 or whatever. But I mean, I'm definitely interested to see that one tomorrow night for sure. All right. Next one, back in Philly on Wednesday, revenge game. Bona and likely Kelly Oubre will be out. Paul George is questionable for tomorrow, so I could easily see him being available the game we play on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Embiid he's missed 5 in a row, but he fully practiced today, so again he's trending up. I'd expect at least. Well, I'm not a doctor, but judging by those reports, you would think maybe at least one will be back.
For sure. Yeah. What was JoJo's injury?
His knee again.
Course.
Yeah. Even though it was his other knee this time, but anyway.
It should be a documentary. Knee
okay, let's assume Oubre's out and PG and Joel are back. Obviously, they beat us in Philly last week or a week and a half ago, and Maxey, we just have no answer. I'd assume something similar.
Yeah.
If Paul George plays, I'd assume he'll be on a minutes restriction.
I hope he plays.
It's funny you say that. I was like, is it even bad for us if Paul plays? But,
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'd rather have him play than Oubre, to be honest. Oubre's actually been pretty solid.
As long as Trendon fucking Watford doesn't go for 2017 and 10 again. Because Yak didn't play, right? The last Philly game. He didn't play. No, he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
So that'll be nice to have him back for this matchup. He'll be on Joel and see if we can do a bit better on Joel because he somehow flamed us last game without being able to move.
Well, we don't have anyone 5 inches within him. So.
Well, last game, yeah. Now with Jack, hopefully.
Now we do.
Hopefully he just stays out of foul trouble because if he gets in it, then we're gonna be. That's tough, like we saw last game. Joel will probably be on a minutes restriction again, coming back from this knee thing. So him and Paul George will probably be a little bit not 20 minutes maybe. I don't know. Maxey is obviously the killer. We had no answer for him last game, and holy shit, he just feels like he cooks us every time. Philly is 7th in offense, so they're right behind us, and they're 19th in D. I think that kind of stems from Embiid being such a non-factor as the anchor there. We kind of know the matchup, so Yak will be on Embiid. Quick started on Maxey last game, didn't do great. RJ is going to be on Edgecombe. I wonder if they do Scott. Honestly, dude, I do BI on PG and Scotty on Watford. Paul George, yeah, he'll spot up for some threes maybe, but let's see him drive, and get past Ingram and drive to the rim a couple times,
I kind of want Scotty to be a rover, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, but when we talk about these, we talk about
one
man
individual.
To man.
Yeah. But I do want Scotty to help on Maxey a lot. Maybe when he drives, if he can step up. Honestly, man, if you live and die, if Watford beats us again from beyond the arc, so be it. But if we can do a good job containing Maxey, I think that should be our objective.
And that's what we kind of talked about last Philly game, is because Scotty was on Joel. So then Watford had, what was it, Bino? It was either Ingram or CMB, and just
Bino.
And 2017 and 10, so that's what happened. So definitely, in Philly with a decently healthy team, that's a tough one. But we played them hard without Jakob, and I'm definitely interested to see how that goes on Wednesday.
I think Jakob's going to make a tremendous difference.
Yeah,
both sides of the court for sure. Yeah.
All right, anything else or last one?
No, last one.
All right, Friday, my Wizards are in Toronto. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup. Washington has no one out, and I've sort of Raps we've already touched on. The Wizards are 28th in offense and 29th in defense. Do you want to, just for fun, guess the 2 worst offensive teams than the Washington Wizards, and then the 1 defensive team worst by rating?
Joe? And Troy?
No. That's funny. They are right above the Wizards in offensive rating, so they're 27th. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hint: the Nets are not the offensive team.
Wow. Is it a team that has won a decent amount of games or some games?
No.
So the Indiana then.
Indiana's 30th in offense.
Okay. Yeah.
And who's 20? Who do you think's 29th? We've played both these teams. So we played Indiana and we played this
Dallas
team too.
then.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dallas, and then the Nets are the 30th defensive rating team. So Washington's keeping some good company down there. I don't even know if we have to say that much. We're going to smack the shit out of them. They are so bad. Alex Sarr, he's actually, I think, taking a nice little step. He looks okay. Yeah. McCollum will get 21 points, and they'll lose by 30. I would just say, because we just sort of have this with the Nets, go into it, ready. It's funny, they were talking on the Nets game how Mamu took the team out, and there's a tradition in Georgia where Mamu's from, the country, not the state, that you toast after, every course, and there were, 10 courses at the dinner he took them to. So they were, insinuating that the Raps were, hungover, and that's why the Nets game started so shit. So just say on Wednesday, or Friday, go from the jump, none of this bullshit where, we're down 15-6, just go right away. The Wizards are terrible, and just NBA, you basically win this game and you're advancing in the cup. Just do it, man. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say about the Wizards matchup.
In Georgia they're drinking straight moonshine. That's 90% shit, bro. That's illegal over here.
Exactly. Yeah, it's our first home NBA Cup game, so we'll see the court.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And I think they wear the new jerseys, right? Or I don't know if they do, actually. Because the new jerseys have the Raptor court, which isn't the NBA Cup court that dropped this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
You would know more than I am.
Yeah, so I don't. They might wear the jerseys, but I know the court won't be the Raptor court that dropped this week, which is, I guess, too bad. On a side note, I thought the Pacers court and jerseys looked nice. They wore their cities last night. I like those. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, people are shitting on the city courts. Or the NBA Cup courts.
They're fine.
I think they're good, man.
Well, you have the Timberwolves, which is embarrassing.
A couple of them are what the fuck is this? But I really like Dallas's for that San Antonio game. So that was. So
I didn't like Cleveland's.
The Warriors.
The Warriors, yeah. I didn't like Cleveland's just because I thought the court and the ball color was pretty similar. The marooned, it was. I didn't love it, but it's fine, dude. Again, it's just sort of tricking you that it matters more. And now that we have the Larry O.B. back in the finals courts, that'll be awesome. And this is sort of the prelude to that court-wise. So, yeah. Gone for about an hour. Anything else you want to say, or are you good to wrap up?
No, I think we touched upon everything. Got to save some material for next week. So,
sure. We will say, me and Dan have come up with a great segment for the Raptors to do. As many people know, Brandon Ingram and Glorilla are dating. And we think it'd be awesome if her and Jack Armstrong could be on the broadcast together for one little a 4-minute stretch, sort of when they have Drake on and he's doing that shit. But I would love for I think that interaction would just be so good, and the Raptors need to make that happen because I don't think it could be better television than an 80-whatever Jack Armstrong and Glorilla talking about the Raptors.
And every time B.I. scores mid-broadcast, you know what's coming.
So yeah, we're getting that. We're stamping that because we had that idea last week, but we forgot to say it on the pod, so we're saying it now. If that happens, that was a Jurassic Thoughts idea first. So, yeah, thanks for people listening. Thanks for the likes, the comments, the texts, supporting as always. And, yeah, we will be back after the Wizards game at some point before the game after that. So, if nothing else, Dan, lead us out, dude.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Over and out.
Over and out.